What is up, farming family? How y'all doing today? Today, we are checking out the R1 Pulsar. Just so y'all know, I got a code for this. It's FarmerPB. Y'all get $20 off at checkout. I do get a kickback from this. And just so y'all know, when it comes to codes, if I use a code or I say I have a code for a paddle, it means I like the paddle enough to where I would take it and I would use it in tournaments. So, just so you guys know that, I'm not out here peddling paddles for every paddle. There's a couple of paddles in the past that I didn't get codes for specifically because I wouldn't use them in tournament. This paddle is thermoformed, it's unibody designed, and it has foamed edges. The paddle length is 16.5 inches. The face width is 7.5 inches. The grip length is 5.5 inches. The grip circumference is 4.125 inches, and it's octagon shape. The weight is 8 ounces, give or take 0.2 ounces. You're never going to get it perfect, with every paddle. The face is raw Toray T700 carbon fiber. The paddle shape is aerodynamic. The core, material is the same as usual, polypropylene, honeycomb core. The thickness is 16 millimeter and it has an edge guard.
After my playtest with the R1 Pulsar, it is a little less popular than the R3 Pulsar, but it does give you enough power to where you can put away balls.
Okay, when it came to the power, I definitely agree with my brother. It doesn't have the plow through that the elongated R3 Pulsar has, or any, the plow through that the other ones have, like the V7, because it's elongated as well. I would probably put this more in line with the Flash, or, I haven't tried the double black diamond yet, 16 millimeter, but I can imagine it's probably in the same realm of power. It's not going to get the plow through that the elongated versions get.
So for me, this paddle was definitely more toward control. I really did enjoy it at the kitchen and doing my third shot drops. It really does feel great when you're hitting it overall, so I would definitely consider this more of a control paddle.
In terms of control, what I really like about Ronbus's thermoform paddles, or just their paddles in general, is they're all very, very controllable. Out of all the thermoform foamed edge paddles, theirs are definitely on the more controllable side compared to other versions. So if you're someone that struggles with control, I would probably try a Pulsar, to be honest with you, because they're more of the controllable kind out of all the other thermoform paddles.
So when it comes to spin, I would definitely consider this similar to the R3 Pulsar. So you're definitely going to get more than enough spin out of this paddle.
When it comes to spin, I'm not exactly sure where I would rank this because it spins pretty much identical to the R3 Pulsar. And a lot of these thermoform foamed edge paddles are putting in crazy amounts of spin. And it's hard to tell between just a slight difference in numbers. In terms of maneuverability, I will say this is definitely more maneuverable than the R3 Pulsar and other elongated paddles are. This would probably fit more in line with the Flash and the double black diamond based off of the size of it and how it's built in terms of, maneuverability. You are going to lose some of the length of the paddle head, but I feel like this was a little bit easier to maneuver at the kitchen when it came to hand battles. So if you're wanting something that's just a tad bit faster, in terms of hand battling, the R1 Pulsar would be what I would lean to over the R3 Pulsar. When it comes to durability, it's a unibody design paddle. Simple as that. It's not going to snap, in random gameplay or anything like that. Shoot, it's not going to snap if you hit it over your knee, which I wouldn't recommend doing, or you're going to have a hurt knee, or you might do it at, so much that it's going to eventually weaken it and break. Just don't do it. But overall, you're not going to have any problems with that. I haven't heard about anybody having any delamination issues, which is crazy. So that's a good sign for their paddle so far, but only the future will tell. But a lot of other paddle companies are having issues right now. And with them not having any, that's a dang good positive. In terms of customization, I did slap an overgrip on it. I'm like a parrot. I'll just say this like every time. But I also did put lead tape around the throat. I would in the future like to try putting just a little bit at the head and see what that does. Because I don't feel it's as head heavy as the R3 Pulsar. So I feel like if I put more, lead tape at the top, I could get more plow through. And it would probably be in line with the weight of the R3 Pulsar.
So this paddle is $170, and I would say it is definitely up on the higher end. but I really do think Ronbus makes some really good paddles, so I would definitely recommend this paddle at that price range.
In terms of price, these are some of the pricier, thermoform foamed edge paddles on the market right now. But like I said, you're getting, in the R3 Pulsar review, you're getting, a good owner who's going to respond to you. You're also getting paddles that aren't delaminating right now. And a lot of other paddles are having those problems. And that right there is enough, to make me would want to spend money on it. So I wouldn't have to worry about the other paddles delaminating. And their paddles are really, really controllable. That's one thing Dong, focuses on, is making his paddles to where people can control them. Because what's the point of coming out with a power paddle if you're popping everything up? But yeah, this has been our overall review of the R1 Pulsar. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you make a decision. I'll have, playlists at the end of this so you can choose, and look and go through and see what other paddles, I've reviewed and make your own personal decision. Either way, choose what's best for you based on, your price, how much you value control, power, spin. Don't just go off of one review. You need to watch other people's reviews as well and, sort of form an educated, opinion based off of several people's, views instead of just one. But until next time, stay safe. Have a good day. Drink plenty of water. Peace, y'all.